As the clocks have gone back and the nights are drawing in, I thought it'd be a good idea to make a short video about the lighting setup on my Dutch bike, my Omerfiets, which is in front of me now. The basic thing about lights on a Dutch bike is that they're just really convenient. They work pretty much in exactly the same way as they do on a car. They're a permanent part of the bike. They just work when you come to ride the bike, and you don't have to worry about taking them on or off, charging batteries, fiddling around. They're just incredibly easy to use. You don't even have to think about them. So if you look here, this is the rear light. It's permanently attached to the rear mudguard. It's a permanent part of the bike. And the same goes for the front light. I'm just going to take this crate off. So the front light is attached to the front fork. Again, permanently bolted on there. It's a slightly unusual position because being down there allows the crate to sit above the front mudguard. That crate I can just take on and off quite easily. So you can see here that these lights are still running from when I got here. They're not battery powered. They're powered by this Dynamo in the front hub, Shimano Dynamo hub, and there's a cable that runs from this hub Dynamo up the fork, over the top of the fork into the light, and then the power for the rear light comes again out of this front light through the frame of the bike, through this tube here, and just plugs into the back of the light there. The reason they're still running is because they have a thing called a stand light. There's a capacitor within the lights that just keeps them going for about 5 minutes when you're stationary, because obviously you don't want the lights to stop working when you've come to a stop because someone might not see you. The front light is a German light. It's a Buschenmüller Lumitec. It looks like an old-fashioned light because it's got this silver body, but it's actually a modern light within that casing. You've got 3 settings: off, permanently on, or senso. Senso is it's basically sensitive to light. It won't be on during the day, but then as soon as it starts getting a bit dusky at night, the light will automatically turn on. I just run the lights on all the time mainly because I don't notice whether the lights are on or off. I don't notice any rolling resistance. If I just push the bike back and spin the front wheel, you'll see that it spins quite happily without much rolling resistance. And a bike of this type, a heavy bike designed for everyday use, I just don't notice whether the lights are on or off. There's no such thing as Dynamo. I'm not struggling against the Dynamo in any way, shape or form. So I just have the lights on permanently, and yeah, they work during the day and at night. So when I come to the bike, I put my key in and just pedal off, and the lights come on. You can see the light's got a reflector built into it around the light, and the same with the rear light. There's also a reflector built in there as well as the reflector on the rear rack, so there's good visibility. It's a bright light. It's not the brightest out there, but it'll certainly dazzle you if you put your eye right up against it. I think it's 25 lumens. So what we'll do, as it's still light, you won't really see how effective they are. So we'll come back to the bike in a few hours when it's properly dark, and you can see how this setup works. Okay, so it's now dark, and we're going to go for a ride. You can see that the lights are still glowing. That's the stand light. Obviously it's not as bright as the light in motion. There you go, so you can see got a nice powerful beam ahead of us, which is just fired up once I've started the wheels turning. It's quite a narrow beam, it's well directed, and it's also got a cut off, which means that it's vertically, not much light comes up above road level, just like on the car. We'll see that when we come to a stop, the light keeps going. We'll stop there, show you that we still have a front light. And still have a rear light, and this goes for about 5 minutes, gradually getting dimmer and dimmer, but more than enough time, much longer than you'd ever be stopped at a light.